have an idea of a Last of Us video to torture you. Play it with only using pistol. In this case, you can use infinite ammo. Do it with no throwables and no melee and no shivs. You can only strangle and only use a pistol. I got a challenge. Kill everyone in The Last of Us with a pistol. You can also Next challenge, Last of Us 2. Pistol handgun only. Do a pistol only run. Ryan Reynolds would be proud. Use only small fire. Challenge idea. Is it possible to beat The Last of Us 2 with only a pistol? To add a twist, put on permadeath. I have an idea. Why don't you do a revolver own pistol? But you can use infinite ammo. I know you hate the tunnel pistol, but this is our tunnel.
Alright, I get it!
Okay, I'll do a pistol-only challenge. Now, I'm under the impression that this challenge will be pretty easy. Of course, as I say that, I haven't actually attempted the challenge yet, so there's a pretty good chance that I am dead wrong about this one. Nevertheless, you guys requested it, so I will attempt it. So let's go over the ground rules I followed during this run. Obviously, this is a pistol-only run, so I'm only allowed to use my pistol to kill enemies. Now, technically, Abby gets 2 pistols in her Seattle run, them being the military pistol and the hunting pistol. So if I get into an area like the Rat King and I need to use both weapons to bring it down, then that counts. Otherwise, I'm mainly gonna try and stick to just using my military pistol. Of course, if I run out of ammo, then I will be allowed to stab or punch my enemies to oblivion. But that is only on the occasion where I have to kill an enemy in order to progress. If I run out of ammo in a place where I could technically still get through it without killing anyone, then I will. Unless, of course, something goes horribly wrong, which honestly isn't too uncommon for me. Naturally, if I use a different gun in the cutscene, then that will not count. And to make it even more of a challenge, I will not be allowed to use bricks or bottles. I will also be playing the game on survivor mode, because that's just my comfort difficulty setting. I'm sure I could probably do it on grounded, but I simply am just too lazy to attempt it. Also on grounded, it's harder to keep track of my bullets. Alright, now that we've established the ground rules, let's hop into this. Alright, I haven't even done anything yet, and we've already failed. So since I don't get my pistol till after the Jackson section, even on New Game Plus, it would be kind of unfair to hold me accountable for failing my challenge here. Technically, the game itself is preventing me from having my other weapons, so I'm not going to count this area or any other part of the game where the game blocks you from using my pistol. I know, I'm actually being easy on myself when it comes to scoring my challenges. Can you believe it? I'm also not going to count Abby's Jackson section because even though it looks like she's using her usual pistol, there aren't any workbenches for me to be sure of that. So let's just skip past this crap. We all know the deal anyway. Anyway, now that we're in Seattle and I can actually start this challenge, it's time for what you've all been waiting for. Puzzles! Okay, but after that, more puzzles! Okay, but now... Nope, we're not using my pistol rounds here. I'm saving them for the basement fight. Alright, I'm 2 hours into the game, and now we can finally start this challenge. So, after walking into the basement fight with only 1 bullet to my name, I quickly realized why people were saying this challenge was going to be hard. So, after missing a shot at point-blank range like a moron and restarting the round, I then spent the rest of the fight sprinting around in a circle like an idiot while Dina handled the infected. So, now that we have the gas, I temporarily broke Dina, and now it's time to head over to the Saravina Hotel. So, since I had no bullets, I had to knife my way through the fight because Dina decided to stop being helpful. So anyway, we get captured by the WLF dudes in the most stealthy way possible. It's like they were freaking ninjas. We entered the school shootout. And I started the fight with, that's right, 0 bullets. The game keeps giving me every other supply that I could possibly ask for, but no pistol bullets. Look at my inventory. It's like the game knows what I'm trying to do and is just screwing with me. In the first section, I just charged at one of the enemies and Dina took down the other. Fortunately, they dropped 2 bullets for me, which I immediately wasted the second I got outside. So after making my way to the roof, I tried to do my sneaky maneuver and avoid the enemies, but for some reason they kept finding me. So with 0 health and 0 bullets to my name, we pressed on. So after surviving an average day in the education system, coming out of there knowing just as little as we did when we entered, and being just a smidge more traumatized, Dina and I decided to go for a nice walk through town. Dina, kill it! I don't have any ammo! So I was able to sneak my way through the rest of town, conserving as many bullets as possible, and here's where I run into a problem: the tripwires. Since I said that I wasn't allowed to use bricks or bottles, I had to waste my only 2 bullets on getting through the area. Fortunately, Dina took care of the first one. For some reason, she refused to do it again. Way to waste my bullets, Dina! So anyway, the radio station fight went fine, though I was trying to conserve my bullets, but not well. Alright, sewer time, baby! I have at last returned to the land of the mole people, my true home. The mole people have not accepted me into their tribe!
Get back, you savages!
Ugh. Fuck these assholes. Did they get you?
Would you two shut up? The infected are right there! Why wouldn't Dina and I just have waited until the WLF guys entered the sewer and then we just left the way we came in? I didn't need to roll around the sewer water, Dina! You brought this on me! So 1 pistolless flashback later and we're off to day 2. That's the spirit, Dina. So I was somehow able to sneak my way past the first group of WLFs. Honestly, that was probably the fastest I ever made it through this area. Yay me! And after epically sprinting past all the infected in my way, I reached the stalker fight. Sorry, Boris. I think that's your name. To be honest, I don't really read the letters in this game. So the second WLF fight went pretty good. I was able to cruise my way through town with few issues. I didn't end up going through all of my ammo in the process, but it is what it is. So now that I met up with Jesse, it's time for my first actual failure of the challenge. That's right, we've entered the car chase section. Just like my other challenges, you have to shoot the driver and the clicker in order to progress through the area. If you don't shoot them, well, you just die. Now, this normally wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that that is not my pistol. Now, you could say that since the game is forcing me to use my gun, then it's not actually my fault. And to that I say, you're right. Actually, why am I even counting this? Alright, never mind. We're moving the counter back down to 0. In fact, since we're not counting this section as a failure, do you know what that means? That means the Tommy Sniper section doesn't count either, baby. Aw yeah!
Finally!
Every freaking challenge, this bozo and his stupid rifle managed to make me fail. But not this time, Buster. You and your stupid ponytail can go suck a fart. And since I don't have my pistol during the rest of the hotel flashback, this whole section doesn't count either. Why do people say this challenge was gonna be hard to get? This is like the easiest thing ever. I should not be gloating though. I still have to face the Rat King with nothing but my stupid pistol later. I take it back. I respect you, game. You are wonderful and amazing. So please don't let the Rat King be a living hell. The fact that I have the exact same cactus and yet mine is somehow in worse shape than the one that is existing in the zombie apocalypse is honestly pretty sad. Ah, laundry day. Yeah, it's a real pain, but I guess it's better than having the blood of your enemies stained all over you. Just make sure you got your color guard, otherwise your clothes are gonna end up a mess. Every day, people don't use color guard while washing their clothes. And every day, those people turn into bloodthirsty zombies because of it. Color guard. Stop your clothes from staining. Stop the zombie apocalypse. Color guard does in no way stop or prevent the zombie apocalypse. If you or someone you know has turned into a zombie after using color guard, please seek medical help immediately. Anyway, after that very weird commercial break, we got to the first scar fight. Naturally, to conserve ammo, I decided to sneak my way past them, and when that went horribly wrong, I decided to just run for my life. So after successfully sneaking my way through the second scar fight and wasting all of my ammo on the third, it's time for the hospital fight. So with one bullet to my name and no desire to use it anytime soon, I ventured into the depths of the hospital. So Ellie started venting, Nora started begging, and I wasted my last bullet in the basement. But it's okay. Well, actually it's not, but I mean, I don't want to talk about it. Shut up! I'm fine. So anyway, I met up with Nora and asked her if she wants to head to the bar. Get it? Get it? Yeah, that was the worst joke I've ever made.
Son! Yo, son, what's up? What?
You're not my dad! You also hear something! Ugly ass fucking...
So after coming down from that very emotional flashback, it's time for my very action-packed and epic day 3. Oh wait, no, wrong music. So since I have absolutely no bullets and likely won't find more anytime soon, I just sprinted past the first encounter, flailing my arms in terror. And since I still have no ammo in the second WLF fight, I also had to sneak my way through it. All things considered, I am very worried about the bloater fight.
How the hell are we crossing this?
We could use that road. It's pretty fucking far.
Or we use that.
That's better.
Theft! Ellie, for shame. So after speed running my way through the mall fight and realizing that I definitely chose the wrong difficulty setting because this game still hasn't given me any ammo, Ellie stole a boat, proving once and for all that she is the true villain of this story and not Abby. And since I'm afraid of conflict, I cruised my way through the last Ellie human encounter, and here's where we hit the bloater fight. So as I walked into the bloater fight with only 2 measly bullets to my name, I decided to turn infinite ammo on just for this area. Yes, I know this is technically cheating, but the fact is, if I only used my 2 bullets, I would just end up having to kill the bloater knife only all over again. And I've already done that. In fact, majority of this run was just knife only because freaking survivor mode won't give me any damn bullets! Which is why I decided to lower the difficulty of my resources down to hard. Fact is, this isn't really much of a pistol only run if the game never actually gives me any bullets for my pistol. So after walking out of that encounter, mystified at how I'm not currently dead, I went to go tell Mel and Owen about how cool I am. Unfortunately, they refused to believe my epic gamer skills were real, insisting that I must have been using witchcraft. So naturally, I had to shoot and stab them. You know how it is. Unfortunately, Abby thought that Jesse and I were using witchcraft too. But in truth, the only witchcraft going on here was how the developers managed to smash the face of a grown woman onto the body of a teenage girl. No wonder why Jerry was cool with letting Joel kill him. He knew he made a freak of nature. Almost looks as bad as when the developer stuck her face on the body of a grown man. way downtown, but unfortunately we decided to leave at 5 p.m., so we ended up hitting some pretty bad work traffic. I told you we should have left at 4:30, Manny, but no! You just had to take 4 years in the bathroom. Anyway, after abandoning my friends to the infected in the Home Depot and running around in circles like a maniac until my friends killed the enemies, we got to the train yard fight. The train yard fight went super easy since I actually had ammo to use this time, and I just chilled behind the counter at the gas station until help showed up. No sense in wasting ammo when I don't have to. Also, for some reason, there was no music during the gas station fight, which I thought was funny because it really lowered the whole high-tension feel the game is going for without the action music. Then the action music showed up after the fight, which was honestly even funnier. Abby massacred all her friends, some other stuff happened. There were a lot of hormones. It's not really important. Much better. Way less teen angst. So I snuck my way past the infected that got in my way, and super sneaky stealthy style my way past the scar encounters, because I'm trying to conserve my ammo for the infected fights later. So I get knocked out with a hammer, and here's where I reach the greatest test of will to completing my challenge yet.
See those targets?
Yeah.
Just hit as many as you can before the time's up.
Owen, you know I can't. I'm only allowed to use my pistol. Oh boy, that was close. Anyway. So since I didn't have my pistol during the forest fight, I just beat the crap out of all the infected and continued on my merry way. Then I killed a big lady who stole my pistol. Find your own gaming challenge to do. Anyway, now it's time for my worst nightmare. I don't think I died in any area more than I died here. I swear, this was a nightmare. On one of my rounds, when I ran out of ammo, I just tried running around for a while so Lev would eventually let me out. But no! The little brat decided that it would be better to just let me suffer and die in there. So I had to reload my checkpoint and start all over again. This is why I hate you, Lev. This specifically! And then, like any good parent would do, I abandoned the children to fend for themselves on a dark and stormy night. Parenting 101 over here, folks. So I sprinted past the zombies, and then armed with nothing but 0 health and a dream, I snuck my way past the infected. I sprinted my way past the infected. And then I went to talk to Owen. Well, talk. Why? Why would you make me watch this game? So after trying to sneak my way through the shipping yard fight, and failing tremendously, I blasted my way through, knowing that going forwards, I really needed to start conserving more of my ammo if I was ever gonna beat the Rat King later. So after I save the kids, Mel gives Abby a healthy reminder about what her role really is in this game.
It's not about you, Abby.
And we're off to the hospital. So I just ran past all the infected in my way. At this point, the infected are less of a threat, more of just a mild inconvenience. The scar fight went fine, I only got hurt a little. I then proceeded to Rambo my way through the roof fight, and bada bing, bada boom. That's how it's done, son. So, the economy. Any thoughts? You know, Lev, you really need to take a chill pill. I mean, sure, your sister is dying, but that is no reason why we can't take a spa day. So I epically ran past all the stalkers in my way and stealthed my way down the building like a boss, simply because I know what's coming next and I am not wasting my ammo on these morons.
This is as far as you go. Wait, why? Because they want to kill you. With me, they're just worried about a backgammon rematch.
Oh yeah, Abby, sure. I mean, all you did was go AWOL for the past 2 days and then are mysteriously swimming up to the hospital looking for supplies. What could possibly be suspicious about that? Wow, I'm shocked. So I was a bit worried about how to get through the clicker fight since I wanted to save as much ammo as I could for the Rat King. And after stealthing my way through the area went horribly wrong, I literally just booked it out of there. And somehow that worked. Good to know for any future challenges of mine. I mean, hey, whatever works, right? Now, the Rat King fight, I was extremely worried about. I didn't think I would have enough ammo to beat this thing. But somehow, some way, I was actually succeeding. Eventually, though, I did run out of ammo, and even though I ran all over the place looking for more, there was nothing. So, I regrettably turned on infinite ammo so I could at least kill the thing with my pistol. When, immediately after doing that and shooting the thing one time, that was what killed it. I'm not even kidding. One shot! Had the game given me one more bullet, I would have succeeded. So I will count that as a fail on my part, but at least I know that it could be done, just probably not in survivor difficulty. And the mini rat king was no biggie. I just shot a couple times and then beat the crap out of it with Abby's meaty fists. So now that we have the medical supplies and have successfully hacked R's arm off, it's time for day 3. So after Lev ran away like a little bitch and was about to indirectly cause the deaths of Yara and all of Abby's remaining friends, we headed off to the island. Naturally, before that, I ran to Manny, who got his head blown off like an idiot, but since I just ran through this whole section, there's not really much to talk about. So after butchering my way through the first Scar encounter and needlessly wasting my ammo, I then moved on to the second Scar fight, which I decided to stealth my way through because I will, in fact, need my bullets for later. Of course, I did decide to bolt for the exit right at the end and had to wait for Yar's slow butt to catch up with me. So Yara and I found Lev and found that their mom is super dead.
Yikes.
So we decided to bail out of that situation.
I need you to hear me out.
Not the pistol, Abby, I need that! And then Yara got shot a couple times.
Wow, that's illegal.
When I first met you, I thought you were weird and annoying. And you are.
So the mall fight went fine. I went through most of my ammo, but it is what it is. Of course, Lev scared the living hell out of me several times when I was sneaking through the area. Oh my gosh, would you please stay behind me, you little nuisance. So with 2 bullets to my name, I sprinted past the first WLFs versus Scars fight with ease, and I only came out of it with 0 ammo left. Great. But fortunately, the horse chase gives you your ammo back, which is helpful. And the second WLFs versus Scars fight went pretty good. I just John Wicked my way through the area and tried to use up the last of my ammo, since after this point I wasn't gonna have access to it anymore anyway. And now, just like the big lady at the auto shop, the game is forcing me to kill this guy without giving me my weapons. So I'm not gonna count this kill because the game is being stupid. Just so you know, guy, it's not personal. In fact, if Lev actually cared about me and decided to aim correctly, you would have an arrow in the head and I wouldn't have to be stabbing you right now. So let's just blame it on Lev and call it even. So I made my way home, saw that the man whore and his nasty girlfriend were dead, and Lev and I were off to hang out with Ellie, because her friends are way cooler than Abby's. And since the whole theater section was a no weapons encounter, we're just gonna skip over that too. Even though, in a way, Ellie kind of failed this challenge because she was not using her pistol throughout the whole fight. Ellie, for shame. So the last Abby section of the game was super short and honestly not really worth talking about. I normally skip past this part because you basically just walk down a street and then get kidnapped. Pretty average day for most people. And normally I will sneak past the infected in this area, but I figured it doesn't really matter that much since this is a pistol only run. So I blasted all the infected to Kingdom Come. So after sprinting my way past the last round of infected and being thankful I don't have to deal with those little bullet sponges anymore, I reached the first Rattler fight. So the first Rattler fight went fine. I just sneaky styled my way through the area. And the second Rattler fight went fine as well. I just unleashed the infected and made my break for it. The last Rattler fight always causes me problems, and there was a point at the end where I actually thought that I was done for. But no, somehow I actually managed to get through it. Don't ask me how. Let's just leave it up to me being awesome and leave it at that. So anyway, I headed outside and Ellie and Abby decided to have a nice day at the beach. And yeah, I did it. I completed my pistol only run. Was it doable? Yes. Were there a bunch of areas where I didn't get to use my pistol, effectively making it impossible to actually complete this challenge? Also yes. Was this whole challenge a massive waste of time?
Correct!
But most importantly, was it fun? Eh.
Shit, watch out!